The New York Stock Exchange is probably the most well-known stock exchange in the world. But did you know it's not the oldest in the U.S.? The Philadelphia Stock Exchange was created 2 years earlier in 1790.
Investment advisors work with clients to help them make informed decisions about their investments. There are lots of things to consider, including our personal financial goals, the time horizon, risk, and diversification. So let's discuss our personal financial goals and time. This is the difference between our immediate plans versus our long-term goals and plans. In the short term, maybe we're thinking about going to buy that brand new technology, that brand new smartphone that just came out that all of us want to get our hands on. Or maybe we're looking towards post-secondary education, or traveling and backpacking across Europe, or maybe even further head down the road and we're thinking about retirement. That different time horizon will drive different goals and different types of investment options that we make to reach that goal. Depending on our financial goal, this will drive the different type of investment options that we choose. We may choose a different investment vehicle because we'll need the money sooner, or we might need more money of that to meet those financial goals. Next, let's look at risk versus return. How much risk are you willing to take? If a stock has such a high return, why wouldn't everyone choose that as their choice investment vehicle? The greater return potential an investment vehicle has, the greater the risk we have to be willing to take on. To illustrate this, let's take, for example, a bank account. The return on that is very low. However, we know that the risk of us losing our money in a bank account is also very low. The higher risk we're willing to take, moving up from, say, bonds and GICs up to mutual funds and stocks, we're likely to realize more returns as a result of having taken on more risk. Have you ever heard the expression, don't put all your eggs in one basket? In the form of investments, this will just dramatically increase your risk. To mitigate that, we use a technique called diversification. In a non-diversified portfolio, all of our holdings would be held in one individual type, whether that's a type of investment or a sector in the stock market. Say, for example, all of our holdings were in technology. In a diversified portfolio, we would spread our holdings across multiple sectors, for example, technology and financials and energy and utilities, to help mitigate some of the risk in the event all technology stocks took a hit. As you can see, diversification is very important because if one area of the market is suffering, not all of your investments will decline at the same time. In an average portfolio of 10 diversified stocks, over the long run, 3 will increase, 3 will decrease, and 4 will just be average. So far, you have learned about the Rule of 72 and how it applies to investing. We've also looked at the different investment options and the advantages and disadvantages of each of these. Lastly, we've talked about what to consider when you're buying or selling your investments. Later on, you will learn more about building a personal stock portfolio and the various strategies and resources to help you make those investment decisions. Now you're going to play investment advisor and figure out which options are best for your client. Good luck!